Okay, right. Changes in farming. Okay, you've got all the notes there. Remember when you're doing this, you're just picking out a couple of bullet points from each change. If it's two changes it's asking for, you just pick two of these. I mean, if it's just open-ended, then, you know, pick maybe three and give me 2 bullet points from each one. So we're talking about the UK, we're talking about diversification, so let's think about that first of all. What we're saying here is farmers can't make enough money on traditional farming methods, okay? You can't just be a dairy farmer. So now what farmers do is they open up a farm shop on their land that they own and sell produce for tourists, or they open up their land at certain seasons for paintball, or glamping pods, what are called like glamorous camping, glamping, where people spend overnight and they put hot tubs in, and people like to go to this rural area because it's away from the city and it brings extra income to the farmer. Diverse means to do more than one thing, you know. The impact of new technology is that there's less people working in farms now. They get rid of hedgerows so they can get big combine harvesters and tractors in to sow the seeds, to plough the land, and to gather up the harvest once the crops have grown. This increases crop yield, as in you get more crop yield as in to hold. You hold more crop at the end and make more profit that you can reinvest, okay? And then farms become agricultural businesses because they make that much money now on cash crops, okay? Genetically modified food, we looked at the pros and cons of that. This idea that you can modify certain crops to withstand diseases and illnesses and any sort of infection. So you don't need chemical pesticides any longer because you change the genetics. You take the genetics from crops who can survive any diseases which affect the crops, okay? Or you do what's called a high yield variety seed, okay, a HYV seed, where it could be a strand of corn that's just like smaller and thicker and sturdier, so if there is high winds and really stormy weather, the crop won't be blown down. The problem is that people are against it because it seems to interfere with nature. Hence, which brings about organic farming. Organic farming is that use no chemicals and all natural produce, and there's more of a trust in it. And when you sell these products that are organic, like eggs, or when you're not giving your chickens the kind of unnatural feed and you're giving them the fresh air, you can command more of a higher price because it's more labour intensive. Okay, so it can be quite a profit for farmers to do it this way. Alright, and now government policy, we don't really need to know, we don't need to talk about it. Okay, it's about taxation and support and stuff, but we don't want to worry about that. I want you just thinking about the other two or three that you maybe want to pick out because they're a bit easier. But just go into the notes and just pick out one of these and just drill into it. Okay, get your 6 bullet points from any of these and you should be fine.